African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command in combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing on the progress of the special military operation as of June 17, 2025. Tonight, the armed forces of the Russian Federation carried out a group strike with high-precision air, land, and sea-based weapons, as well as strike unmanned aerial vehicles, on military-industrial complex facilities of Ukraine in the Kiev region and Zaporizhzhia. The strike's objective has been achieved. All designated objects have been hit. Units of the North Group of Forces advanced deep into the enemy's defenses, defeated concentrations of manpower and equipment of 2 mechanized, airborne assault brigades, an assault regiment of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, and a territorial defense brigade in the areas of the populated areas of Novaya Sich, Kharkiv, Kiev and Sumy Oblast, Kazakh Lopan, and Kiev and Kharkiv Oblasts. That the Ukrainian armed forces lost over 145 servicemen, 2 combat armored vehicles, 5 cars, and 2 field artillery guns. An electronic warfare station and 2 warehouses of material were destroyed. Units of the West Group of Forces improved their tactical position. They defeated formations of 2 mechanized, airborne assault brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and a territorial defense brigade in the areas of the settlements of Kolodezhnoye, Kupiansk, Glushchenkovo in the Kharkov region, and Kirovsk in the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy lost up to 210 servicemen, 3 combat armored vehicles, and 13 pickups. 3 ammunition depots were destroyed. The units of the Southern Group of troops occupied more advantageous lines and positions. They defeated the manpower and equipment of 2 mechanized, motorized infantry, mountain assault, and airmobile brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in the areas of the settlements of Semenovka, Minkovka, Seversk, Chasiv Yar, and Konstantinovka of the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost more than 275 servicemen, 3 combat armored vehicles, including 2 U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carriers and 3 cars. 3 ammunition depots and a warehouse of material resources were destroyed. Units of the Center Group of Forces improved their position along the front line. They defeated formations of 3 mechanized, airborne assault brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, 2 brigades of Marines, the Azov Special Forces Brigade, and a National Guard brigade in the areas of the settlements of Rusin Yar, Krasnoarmysk, Novonikolaevka, and Novosergeyevka of the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy's losses amounted to 530 servicemen, 3 armored combat vehicles, and 5 pickups. Units of the East Group of Forces continued to advance into the depths of the enemy's defense, inflicting losses on the manpower and equipment of 2 mechanized brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a Marine brigade, and a territorial defense brigade in the areas of the settlements of Stepovo, Malayevka in the Dnipropetrovsk region, Voskresenka in the Donetsk People's Republic, and Guliapol in the Zaporizhzhia region. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost more than 210 servicemen, 2 armored combat vehicles, 8 cars, a field artillery gun, and 2 electronic warfare stations. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces defeated formations of the mechanized, mountain assault brigades, the Coastal Defense Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, and the Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Pavlovka, Stepnogorsk, Novodanilovka in the Zaporizhzhia region, Antonovka, and Nikolskoye in the Kherson region. Up to 60 servicemen, 4 vehicles, 4 electronic warfare stations, 2 ammunition depots, and military technical equipment were destroyed. Operational tactical aviation, strike unmanned aerial vehicles, missile troops, and artillery of the groups of troops of the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation have damaged ammunition and material depots, as well as temporary deployment points of units of Ukrainian armed formations, nationalists, and foreign mercenaries in 142 districts. Air defense systems shot down 5 U.S.-made JDAM guided aerial bombs and 233 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles, 203 of which were outside the Special Military Operations Zone. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 663 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 63,970 unmanned aerial vehicles, 611 anti-aircraft missile systems, 23,935 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,572 combat vehicles of multiple launch rocket systems, 26,280 field artillery pieces and mortars, 36,950 units of special military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.